Alright, there's one done. Let's go share it here. Here, and then we'll share it here. Okay, and I am live. Okay. Hello. Move the microphone a little bit closer. Make sure that you can see me. There's a tiny bit of lag. Can you hear me okay? Okay, so I've got a few people in here. I just want to make sure that you can hear me okay. Good, 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 good. Okay. So I have been working on Draw Your Day, March. I think I might have... There were quite a few I didn't actually show that had the, like, where I had done the journaling and the watercolor. And I've been filling things in as I have time, and whenever, like, I'm watching TV on the couch, or sometimes for videos for Patreon. And so far it's going pretty well. There are sometimes, like, when I don't know exactly what I want to journal. Do I want to do, like, one big image? Do I want to do a few different images? Do I want to have more writing, less writing? Like, I haven't done any of the writing right here. I think there's a picture I want to put, and I haven't printed it out yet. I'm reading this book. I'm reading Tarot for Troubled Times, The Secret, and then this book, Show Your Work. This is by the same author who wrote How to Steal Like an Artist, or something like that. I was at my mom's Friday, this past Friday, and I took her grocery shopping. And I did not, when I took her, there was toilet paper there. I didn't get any. And then I took a picture of the view, but it's a little too white, like you can't see the fuchsia and the purple as well in it. But anyway, so I get back, and I go to the store on my way home. I didn't really want to pick up a whole lot while I was out there, because it's like an hour and a half away from where I live. So by the time I took my mom home from the grocery store, and then unloaded her groceries, and then got everything, and then came back, if I'd have gotten any dairy or anything, it would have went bad. Well, I get back in the aisles at our Walmart and stuff, there's no toilet paper. So I drew my little, hey, everybody loves me, everybody wants me. This is me, coronavirus, the conjunctivitis and pink eye. Everybody's all freaking out about the corona situation, and here I am with conjunctivitis. David got new work clothes, carpenter jeans, Levi's carpenter jeans, and some Carhartt work t-shirts. He got me some daisies, and I put the picture in here. I just haven't journaled yet or watercolored yet. This is my new, I'm calling it my vision journal, where I did my vision board. And I've been doing a bit of manifesting and writing down. And these are some of the and then, so this was Monday. This was yesterday. And I couldn't find any toilet paper. I ended up getting like I don't know, 6 or 7 boxes of Kleenex tissue paper. And so I don't know what I'm going to do today. My daughter and I were trying to get the riding lawnmower working. It's got issues, so we got the push mower working. So we've got half of the grass cut. We've got the front and the sides cut. Now we got to get the back cut. I got to go get gas. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get the back done. So I might draw a lawnmower, but I wanted to talk about that kind of thing. I thought maybe we could talk about things to draw, because I've been doing stuff in here now for a while, and I do all different kinds of things. Maybe medicine, stomach stuff. That was with David Crohn's. We were working on my dad's truck. We had to get a new battery. I was cleaning. Victor spent the night, and Annie was helping Day Day. This is me after cleaning, you know, getting the dust everywhere. This was the new plant. This was, we had pizza day, with the kids and stuff, and, so I had pictures of Victor and Selena. I also took Victor to the dentist, and this was thoughts and ideas about March. This is something I have not done yet, and I need to finish. David and I went to the Waffle House and had breakfast. I got new bras and panties. Just all different kinds of things. New books, new tarot cards, grocery nails. I don't know. This green smoothie I've been loving. Dinner. Like, we keep more rain. So tired of the rain. Rain. The standard is the bullet journal. My art journal, which is this one. I felt like I was doing nothing but edits like that day. Like editing and cleaning. Cooking. The memorial for my cousin. This was, I was so, like, just hurt. He was only 46 years old, y'all. So, my palette. I like swatching, and I'm trying to get better at drawing. And, like, this has a quote: creativity is piercing the mundane to find the marvelous. And that's what Draw Your Day sometimes is about. It's taking the ordinary, like going to the Waffle House or buying bras and panties, cleaning, sleepovers, working on cars, tummy issues, getting new plants and the plants blooming, pizza days, thinking about, this was back in February, in the middle of February, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for March. So I was thinking about doing fairies. Every time I turned around, the phone was going off when I was trying to film. And that was like, it was one of those days when that kind of thing happens. These are dip nails, so they're my nails. They're not, as you can tell, they're short, but this is that dip stuff on there. So you put the stuff on, you dip your fingers in, and I know how to do them. I just don't know how to get them off, really. So I guess probably next weekend, this coming weekend, I'm going to get some more fingernail polish, some acetone. I'm going to figure out, and I'm going to watch some YouTube videos to figure out how to do it, to get them off, and then to redo them. Do I file them? Do I take it all off? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm trying to grow out my nails. So it's dip nail polish, and it works. The more you put on there, the thicker it gets, and it ends up being like gel. Victor went with me to the store, and I got him some halos, and then and grapes. He was, oh my gosh, and he wanted to eat them right then and there. I'm like, no, we have to wash them off. So I drew grapes, and the next time he goes with me, I'll probably get him some more of something, and maybe that time I'll draw the halos. These, I got some new erasers, and I really like this one, especially. This one is okay. I think this is the one I'm probably going to be, just using for Victor. But this one I really like. It's not gel. They're called dip nails. You can look at, they have a ton of videos on YouTube. My brother's girlfriend used to do nails, but she did them by hand. She didn't use those little those little things that they file your nails down with. She actually used emery boards or whatever, those special ones that smooth and stuff. But when you layer it, you put on this like polish, dip powder, yeah. And then you put your nail in the powder, and then you put this activator thing over it, and you can do it as many times or whatever, but you have to get it smooth. And like this one's got a couple of little dings in it, but that's okay. This was documenting like that first week of Draw Your Day March. The mechanic, I was at the transmission place that whole day. I just picked up David's car on Friday and ended up bringing it back on Monday because they had to bleed the clutch and they had to adjust some things, and I was there all day long. And the only thing that made it like really cute was the owner had this little puppy. He was blue-gray with bright blue eyes and a file off top coat, soak in acetone 100%, get jojoba oil as well to put on after doing nails. Okay. But I mean, do you just file and then re-dip? Or what do you do I have to re-dip, do that every single time? Victor and the baby, she's crawling and getting into stuff. And this is pretty self-explanatory. I have a quote. I really am liking this book. I've got to finish. So, yeah, I mean, I document whatever. And like today, I'm redoing what's in my bag, because I've got a big knapsack. I've got a JanSport burgundy backpack that I use for the for like everything. Like if I'm actually going out of town or something, or if I'm, but I have the small Kanken one. And for a lot of people, they're like, they want the bigger one. Well, I want a small one for travel, like when I go to Starbucks and when I go to the park or whatever. And I can use my bigger one to put my tripod and my camera and stuff like that. But for my actual art supplies, I kind of just want like just the minimum, I don't want everything. I could actually put the little tiny tripod in here, if I'm going to film on there. So for today, I could do the lawnmower. I could do the babies, the grandkids. Victor was helping. I helped Victor with his homework because they're doing online stuff right now while they're out of school. And I could do the laptop and do Victor. And, I could do the baby crawling. She's teething, y'all. And she hasn't gotten them in yet, but they're right under the surface. And it looks like she's going to be getting 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, both at the same time. All 4 teeth, top and bottom, at the same time. And, so, I could do dinner tonight is cereal. But the front yard and the sides got cut. I have vacuumed the living room. I've done dishes. I've done laundry. I put away clothes. I helped Victor with homework. I babysat the baby. While I got things ready, and then my daughter cut the front yard. So, it could have like a lot of there's all these different things I could actually do for today. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions? Because I feel like sometimes it's really just about kind of doing whatever feels like really stuck out to you. Like I have, when I was in any number of my art journal sketch journal kind of things, I have actually done a sink with a pile of dishes. I've actually done, I've actually drawn a mop and a broom and a dustpan with a bunch of, like, because coffee grounds fell all over the place, and I just cleaned, and then I still ended up having to clean again because coffee got everywhere. One time, no, actually twice now, I have journaled about ants, and it's getting that time of the year where the ants start wanting to come in. So, you know, you could do any number of things. How is your bullet journaling going? Well, we can talk about that. And then we're going to talk about my spiritual journal. So, I did really well. Let me make sure I'm in frame because of the lag. Okay. I did really well with February, like documenting some things. I didn't do as well with this part, but with March, I've done better with doing some things. Like I've been switching, like doing different things, but I haven't done so well with this part of it. It's like, you know. And then my actual bullet journal. So this is the end of February. Let me make sure you can see good. Okay, so these are my intentions. The develop a daily practice and routine and practice. I've been doing actually really better with this. I'm actually reading anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour a day. I'm doing art every day, even if it's just sketching, and I don't watercolor. It's got sometimes, like, I'll sketch the new, like this evening I might sketch something for today and then go and finish one of the things in the journal where I didn't finish watercoloring. You know, so like I'm doing something every day. And then like creative practice. I've been actually taking a lot more photos and posting more to Instagram. Y'all should be proud of me. I think I've posted 2 pictures in the last few days, not on the same day. You will catch the draw your day if in the replay if you want to. That's the first like 15 16 minutes of it. That's what I was talking about. So then you get here, and this is where March starts. Now when I did this, I was like, ooh, I really like how this turned out. Maybe I should start doing this like for journaling. And then I was thinking, well, it's draw your day March. What if I drew one of the cards, you know? But because it's Draw Your Day March, I wanted to do, like, I used the theme, like watercolor and art and stuff. So this is turned out really good. Still haven't done the spring PDF, but I will be doing it. I might just make some scans of some of the stuff that I've already done. And, anyway. So, not so well here. Like this should be all right. And then just things like that. And I haven't really chronicled very many outings. I need to chronicle where I went to my mom's, but I haven't done that yet. And then the thing where Maria and I did. But I'm not really going out because we're supposed to be staying in, right? So this was that first week. Me and weekly have not been doing so well. This is actually, I'm a bit behind with this. But, and then I think that day, and I'll go through, I've got to fill this in. So I've been actually doing pretty good though. So then I started Monday on the 2nd, and I started doing the card for the day here. And I drew it, and I was like, oh, well, I might go back in watercolor. So I'm still drawing in different areas every day. It's kind of like a doodle. And I'm doing more like, I found this recipe. I have yet to try it. I really want to try it. I do drink water sometimes with, like, I'll cut up, I'll freeze like a cucumber, cut it up into slices and freeze it, and then throw it in my water. Sometimes I do that with peaches, with grapes. I'll throw it in my water. Instead of ice, I will throw frozen fruit in my water. So, like if I do something, I'll cucumber water. And then this is, but it has these Jamaica or hibiscus flowers, but I've got to order them. I've been looking for decent priced. And then these are like things I need to do. So I did do this. We did do this. I did do that week. Okay. So I was doing pretty well. So this was stuff for coffee chats. Stuff doing this. Stuff doing this. But this kind of stuff is taking up all this room on my daily pages. And since I switched to standard, it felt like it was a lot of room when I first got in it because it's so long. You know, it's not quite as wide as an A5. It's the same length, but you have more, you know. So I was like, well, I got room. But then I realized, no, when I'm writing all this stuff, I don't. And then I don't have room for more to do and notes and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, something's got to fix. So I have, you know, sometimes things get waylaid. Like on the 5th, at that evening is when my cousin died. And so I wrote right here, and I had put this in here the night before. So a bunch of stuff didn't get done randomly here and there because of family stuff. So I did the week, planned out everything. I've got like the hashtag here. This was supposed to be last week. I did pretty good with some stuff, not so good with other stuff. And, you know, we get to Monday. Some things were going on. Like, I've got a word of the day here. I wanted to learn a new word. I might do that like once a week. Pick a word of the day. I don't think I'm going to like go, oh, I've got to do it every day. I think I'm going to do it like maybe once a week or so. This was here, and I did journal my day. This was, I fed Selena bananas. Victor and I had grapes in the halos. David and I made homemade Polish sausage dogs. I drew the art, more rain, my coffee cup, picking out the dress I was going to wear to the memorial service. This was stuff I wanted to do a voiceover, so I was writing notes. I was thinking about getting the Pilot multi-balls because I used my last one, but I really, truly love, this one's even open, the Uniball Eye Micro. This has like become my favorite pen for like pretty much like all-purpose pen because it is waterproof, fade-proof kind of thing. So I've got like, I had to go early because I had to take my brother, and then this was, I had stuff I had to do. I think Thursday I went to my mom's. Friday. Yeah, and then Friday I had other things. So I went to my mom's on Thursdays. I might have had that backwards. Anyway, so I've got this going on. I was thinking about doing the YouTube live, but then we had all this family stuff. I ended up with pink eye. So then we go to pink eye. This is where my cousin's memorial service was. This is, they closed down the schools. That was on the news. And this is where I had woke up and I could barely open my eye. So I've got things, and you can see where I'm doing some things, but I don't even remember what all I got done that day. Because I woke up and could barely open my eye. So I try to write my big priority to-dos, the things I know I really need to get done the night before. So this was today. And I have a video that I'm doing for Patreon that I'm almost finished with the edits. And then I will be uploading it probably tonight, depending on how long it takes. Sometimes YouTube's been funky with all these people on the internet now that are working from home and stuff. So it with some videos it's really quick, and then with other videos it's taking like a lot longer. So as soon as it's done uploading, I will put it up on Patreon. I did do like this. I watched half of that video. I'm doing this now. Oh, and I've got this and this, so I just go ahead and I did do part of this. So tonight I'll be doing, while the video is uploading, I'll be cleaning the rest of the kitchen, and I might listen to the rest of the Fly Lady video while I'm doing the kitchen. And then this I bought my daughter a Bob Ross t-shirt, bought us matching Bob Ross t-shirts. So I don't have anything. So tonight before I go to bed, I will put this down. But if you notice, there's no weekly here. I have the weeks, and I put the weeks. I use it for self-care and for personal stuff, like if there's appointments or things I need to know. And I think what I'm going to start doing is here on this March calendar, I have a calendar here for every month, is I think what I'm going to do is block off with lines. So right now we're here, and I think I'll just put stuff in and put things over here to the side. So these still need to be done, but I think we've got extensions on those. But I'm going to be going online to pay the car taxes, the property taxes, to renew our tags, and then I'm going to be seeing about doing our taxes, and then David can just go by and sign the papers, because he's still working, and I don't know if she's still working, or I don't know, but this is going really well. And then in here, this is my ideas, and this was where I was putting together the ideas for. I had the idea for the mind, for what I was calling it first, a mindset journal, but it's not really a mindset journal. It's more of like a vision journal, or a manifesting, or a intentions, or maybe somewhat mindset. I don't know, but so it's going through why I needed it, what did I want to use it for, what was I going to do, because if you've heard me in videos before, I've said I don't like B6 Slim. However, that cover was so gorgeous, and I was like, oh my gosh. I've been trying to add more color, just not just like reds, not red, but just trying to do more things. Expanding my horizons, so to speak. So this is just the idea. So when this is mind mapping, circling, crossing out, lining things up, figuring out. I'm just doing that here. This is where the idea, like all of that, the brain dump, mind map, that kind of stuff. That's why it says ideas. And then I'm going through, once I get all of that like spewed out onto the paper, then I start formalizing it. And then back here is this journal. And this is another Breeze cut down to standard size. And until, like, I've been doing a little bit of journaling in it, like where I do tip-ins and things like that. Like this, let's see. So this was, I got something from Leanne from Creatively Free to Be Me from her shop. And she sent me this. Well, I put it on the sticker, and then I did that in black and white, the COVID-19. And I got a thing in from a coupon in from Staples, and I used a coupon, so I took it out and I put this in here. And then this was the postcard that came from Taroko Design, so I put it there. And I liked having like the tip in, and this was where, you know, I was at the place, so I added the pictures and I just did a tiny bit of journaling, you know, and then where I do more writing. And then this is, you know, where I woke up with this is the thing for David's new carpenter pants. I got these stickers from Closet Planner Addict, and I really like her stickers. So I'm going to go back. Too bad she didn't give me a coupon, but I really like her stickers. So I'm going to go, I think, and order some more. This was one of the things. I got David some different socks. He needed new socks. He started a new job a few weeks ago. So we've been slowly but surely trying to get him new things because he doesn't wear he has to wear a little bit nicer clothes. This was my thing from Ipsy, and I have to say that I really like the Yinsa Skin on Skin BC foundation. I really like that, and I also really like the Tarte Sequence Hydrating Primer. David and I took pictures. He was late at work. He had to work on Saturday, and he had to work on Saturday, so Sunday was his only day off, and then Monday felt like he was having a rough day Monday. And he was like, I don't feel good. I'm having a day. And he didn't, not physically he was okay, but mentally he was just, he's learning all this new stuff, and some days it's better than others. So I took a selfie of blowing him a kiss, and I sent him that, and then he sent me one back. And this is a cup of get shit done, because I had a lot of house stuff I needed to get done, and a lot of other stuff I needed to get done this week. So that's where I'm at with this. And then this was Monday continued, this part, and then this is yesterday, but I haven't written anything down. And then I'll probably write today's. And so I just actually write. Sometimes I add pictures and tip-ins and stuff like that, because I don't really, I do it a little bit. Like, I do add a little bit of stuff to this, but I have a sketchbook, but this, I do add stuff to this one. But I'm not really going to be adding a whole lot of tip-ins to this. I mean, I have the one, like, I might do it if it's a picture of the grandbabies or something. But I'm mostly just doing this kind of stuff in here. On occasion, you'll see me add, like, pictures. You know, I will add, you know, a little bit of stuff. Like, I actually glued this in. This is not a tip-in. I actually glued it in. The other one, I made a tip-in. But mostly, this is just a little bit of that kind of stuff. And then that's it for this one. And then my spiritual journal. Now, I took this out but this actually goes right here. I need to get a new one, but it's hard for me to catch her. I want to get something that's not, or I might just find some really cool washi tape or that colored duct tape. Anyway, my spiritual stuff, this is for a specific thing. And because I'm doing the weekly, sometimes daily, monthly, I'm trying to learn more about tarot, and I've been using tarot and oracle cards. I've been doing some of that in here. And so this was Happy International Women's Day. So sometimes if it's something that I feel like it's more of a spiritual, I was doing more of the spiritual and some of my intentions along with like a few different things. This was like the 9th, for the 9th through, and then we get going through Like sometimes I haven't watercolored all of them. And then, so I'm using 2 different decks because of the images I like. And then this is the Oracle card. This is for this week right here. So this is the Oracle card, the Namaste card, which is just a divination blessing kind of card. Tarot, Oracle. This is Mondays. This was Tuesdays, where I'm actually started watercoloring now. I'm getting more into the groove of it. So I'm not just drawing them. This was today's page, which is Flow With It, the Hanged Man. And it's been one of those kind of days. Stuff with the ride lawnmower's broken, the tires off of the rim. We've got to replace. It's just been a mess. David had to work late. So, and I did do some watercolors, some just spiritual, like, I don't know what to call it. Where I just watercolored. I can't think of what Allie Brown calls it, but I just, yeah. So, those are, little day of the week stickers that Leanne sent me. I like them. I wish they came in a bunch of different colors. And then that's it for that. And then here I'm doing different things. So like have March's calendar so I can keep up with some of the stuff. This is where I'm going to write March, I think, overall at the end of the month. Kind of go through because I'm trying to do full moon, new moon. This was new moon in Virgo, and I have Moonology cards, and I used that as a reference for this. And then this is where I was going to do this Monday, so I'm going to have to cover this up. But there's some stuff that I want to do specifically for this spread. So I'm learning from different books. I'm reading astrology and tarot and moon book, and I'm also taking class. I'm in Rose When Frogs Sing, so I'm learning. So that's where I'm at with that. And then I think other than this, which is actually my social media, this is my social media, and so it's YouTube, Patreon, and that kind of stuff. And I just, excuse me y'all, I just switched to this because this was my bullet journal. This was bullet journaling, and I was adding different things, and you can, I was doing some watercoloring. It was becoming slowly but surely like sort of an omni journal. And I didn't want to stop. This is just that calendar that I got from the Dollar Tree, but it has all of the holidays. So I know this is the first day of Passover, Good Friday, Palm Sunday, Easter Monday in Canada, Arbor Day, Earth Day. And then this is actually my sketchbook. So I've been trying to figure out whether I want to put these in something else. If I want to do this just by itself, do I want to put it in another cover? Somebody's got a B6. I have B6 Traveler's Notebooks, but I don't have another folio except for the cork one that Brie made me, which I may end up putting this back in there. And we'll see, I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. Because this, February was my January. So March is my February. Where you get, where you kind of put it all together. So now let's see. Okay, now I'm like, boom, right in your face. So does anybody have anything they want to talk about? I've been rambling on for 40 minutes. And I haven't seen much going on in the chat. I want to make sure everybody's still here and everything. Tell me what's going on. I can move my headset and you can see my daisies. Are y'all drawing your day? Are you doing the challenge? Are you maybe taking a picture every day? Are you doing something different every day? You know, trying to get into like maybe a routine with it, trying to improve. Because I'm doing it to get into the routine of it, as well as to improve my drawing and my watercoloring and, you know, art in general. Is anybody a Supernatural fan here? Because they had an episode on last night. It's on Hulu. David was watching it while I'm doing this. So when this is done, I'm going to take my watercolors and go in the house, in the living room, and put Supernatural on. And do some watercoloring while I watch Supernatural. Home, self-isolating, and getting lots of chores done, but not much journaling or art. Well, that's cool. I've been trying to break it up. I've been trying to do this sort of fly lady kind of thing where I'm taking sections. You know, like I'm working on one area of the house for 15 to 30 minutes a day in that one area. And then for like 10 minutes, I'm doing something somewhere else. So, because I have chronic pain and chronic illness, I would love to be able to, like I used to in my 20s and 30s, where I could clean the whole house in a few hours. Like, completely clean the whole house I can't do that anymore. If I sweep, mop, and vacuum, I'm going to be on the couch or in the bed, and I'm done for. You can't draw it all, but you're working on hand lettering. But I have been trying to do some of the Fly Lady. I've even taken some of the notes, and I have the rest of that Fly Lady video to watch, because I am really enjoying doing it in sections. Doing, like, picking my area, doing the decluttering, and then right now I'm in the decluttering stage, but I want to be doing in certain areas deep cleaning. So I'm like super excited because my craft room, y'all, I mean, I can't see sections of the floor right now. Because I did stuff elsewhere and pulled it out of there, and it ended up in here. And yeah, and had to pull all the things out for the taxes. So I've got to get a big envelope and put all those. They're in a pile over there. So I've got to put them all in a big envelope. I got like 3 or 4 inches left, and then I will have all white hair. The last tiny bit of that dye will be out of my hair. I got a few, they're Tombow calligraphy pens, and it's black on one end and gray on the other. It's kind of like the Fudinesque or whatever, I don't know, but it says calligraphy pen. And like I said, it's black on one end and gray on the other, and I've been trying. But you know what? I tend to, when I do this and I do my writing, my downstroke is usually on the opposite, like where it, I don't know, like I'm getting heavier, more heavy-handed on the upstroke or something. Your mom's been sick. She's in a skilled nursing home for now. You can't go see her, and she isn't strong enough to get the phone. I'm feeling very lost and helpless. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I've been really worried about my mom. She's not at the point where she has to go to a nursing home yet. But if the way that this is going, she may end up. And because my son has to work, and my brother is still bebopping around different places with his girlfriend and her kids, and I'm scared my mom's going to end up with this. I can't imagine. I can talk to her, see her, but I had to go there to help her. But I know how it feels when they're not strong enough to like get to the phone and you can't really see them or talk to them. So I hope things get better, Susan. I'm sending you lots of love and light and hugs and positive vibes. It's rough. I don't know about all of you, but I'm at an age where in my 50s, I'll be 53 over the summer, and my husband is at that age because he's the youngest of 5 kids, so his mom and dad are a little bit older than my mom. But where we're starting to lose people, or our parents are starting to be in ill health. Like I lost my dad to cancer 2.5 years ago, almost. And my mom has not recovered from being in the hospital back then at that same time. Not completely. Then with my cousin passing away, I realized just how sick his mom has been. On and off. She's had quite a few strokes. And I don't know. Right now, I want to go see my mom again. And I'm hoping that at the end of this month, which is when my mom's birthday is, I will be able to go pick her up, bring her here for the weekend. And so for my mom's birthday, because my mom's birthday is on the 30th. But my daughter and I were talking, and we're like, well, God, what if Nana ends up around somebody between the trip there and back here, or the kids, or, I don't know, because I've got grandbabies to worry about, and then my mom to worry about. Oh, that's sad. But I don't know. And then I watched Stephen King's The Stand last night. I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night. I watched that. Which is not, I mean, with everything that's going on, I was like, oh. But there were parts of it that really made me laugh, I mean, it's horrible, the thought of it, but I don't know. There's all these conspiracy rumors and stuff, so I thought, you know what, why not? So yeah, I'm reading, writing, I'm preparing my outline for Camp NaNoWriMo because I'm finishing up some things, and I'm determined, hopefully by the end of by the end of November, I hope to have my creative journaling book ready for beta readers. I'm hoping that November I'll be a rebel, and I'll be editing the book so that come December I can send the book to beta readers, the creative journaling book that I want to write. Yeah, that's rough. Seems like somebody could take her the phone or something, There ought to be a way that you can talk to her. Like, somebody ought to be able to get a phone to her. So that's what I got going on, y'all. Drawing my day. Getting more and more and more into some kind of spiritual practice and routine. Your nursing home is FaceTiming. Well, that would be good. They ought to be able to do that where Susan's mom is. Oh, they help her call you every day, every other day? Well, that's good. Have I considered... You know, I talked to Bree from Documented Journey about Skillshare, and she said she had tried. She was going to do some of her, because I was like, please, why don't you have a drawing class? I know a lot of people would really, I could learn so much. She was an art teacher before before they moved, and she ended up staying at home with her kids and the YouTube thing. I'm like, please, 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 why don't you do Skillshare? And I guess for whatever reason, she didn't qualify. And I'm thinking, well, if Bree doesn't qualify, there's no way I'd qualify for Skillshare. And honestly, I'm not sure. I need to get better because I want to create a journaling class. A journaling course, I should say. A creative journaling class to kind of go with the book. Like you could get either or, but if for people who are more visual, where, you know, the course or class I would definitely take a class from Bree. If Bree got back on Patreon, I'd be like her #1 fan. She's such a sweetheart too. And she's, but I was like, well, I'd have to get better at video editing in order to do Skillshare, because they're little small, and you know, I'm rambling. I have no idea, Susan, but it's something I have thought about looking into. Right now, I've got to renew my Skillshare, which is probably going to happen the last weekend of this month. Had some other things that were more important, like the money that I was going to use to do Skillshare with, and going to like the 3 weeks worth of groceries, the 2 and 3 weeks of, you know, that we had to get because of all of this going on. We were just going to buy regular groceries, but there was so many people in there getting so much stuff. We were scared that if we didn't get more stuff, that we may end up starving. You love my rambling. See, a lot of people do prefer the rambling, but for Skillshare, I think it would be, you know, I'd have to really scale back. And I think my website is through WordPress. Like, I pay $96 or $93 a year, and I could upgrade to like the business, where I could do Google AdSense. I could have like PayPal on there and different things like that once I get to a point where I can do that. I first have got to get to a point where I can afford Vimeo, and Vimeo straight up is like $300. And I don't want to do that until I get to a point where I've filmed my videos for this class, where I've written, I think what I want to do is do the introduction, write the introduction, and then do the introduction video. Write the first chapter and take pictures, and then do a video for the first chapter. So I have a video for each chapter. So this is the course is like an extra thing, you know, so that, I mean, this isn't going to be like a super long book, but it's not like my fiction book. But if I could do it that way, then I'd have the same amount of videos that I have of chapters for the book, where it covers, you know, and then once I have videos done, because Patreon, my $15 tier, is going to be the beta testers for the videos. So I've been writing stuff down and switching up some things and trying to do a little bit more of that kind of stuff in videos here and there, not where I mention anything about it, but where I talk about some of the, like, sometimes I will ramble on about journaling and why I journal and different things, trying to just, and talk different, like, do things. I tried a little bit of a different way with the video that I did for YouTube for the vision board. And I did it a little bit differently than when I did it for Patreon. They're longer, much longer version for the vision board. I actually talked about the what, the why, the where, the how, the when, like sort of behind the things. Yeah. So I think I really want to buy Cindy Guintart Baldo's book. I haven't gotten it yet. It's on my wish list. I need to, well, it's not on Amazon's wish list yet. I need to add it to Amazon's wish list because I really, really want that book. Because I was watching her on some of her videos, and then some things where she was talking about writing the book, and she was, you know, different things. And I think it would really make things more real for me after seeing her in the videos and talking about different things, and then actually with the book. I wish I could hand letter like that woman does. I think she's fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I the other day I was like, are you sure you want to do the nonfiction book for Camp NaNoWriMo? Cause you know, you got this fiction book that you have not finished yet. You got 3 of these that you've not finished yet. You need to get on the ball and finish those. But the creative book is the one that's really calling my name. I mean, it's really, everything in me is I'm still writing down notes, and I'm still doing a little bit of writing here and there in the fiction ones. But it's the creative one that's really, really, truly calling to me. Have I heard about the Daniel Smith 24 color? No, I heard about the smaller one. Some people were sharing the smaller ones, but no, I have. I love Daniel Smith and Schminke and Holbein. But I think my 2 favorite watercolors would have to be Daniel Smith and Schminke for different reasons. Well, if they have that, that's definitely on my wish list too. I've gotten to a point there where I really want to get the tubes in the colors that I like the most. I have quite a bit of tubes because the little palette things, they last for quite a while, and the ones that I go through the most, those are the ones I need tubes of, and I just refill the little thing. Where did you see the palette? I haven't seen the palette. The little one I saw on Amazon because somebody on YouTube did it. It was the little white box, and it had like 6 colors from Daniel Smith, and then you could have room for extras. But I nowhere haven't heard anything about the 24 color 10 palette. No, not by Daniel Smith. Because if I'd have known about that, that would be on my list. But I got a birthday coming up in July, and Mother's Day is coming up in May, so on a wish list somewhere for me. Not that I really need any more watercolor palettes. What I need are more tubes. And I've got brushes, but y'all, there's a few tubes. I would really, I need to order some more film for this. I'm getting better at doing the brightening of it so that the pictures turn out a little bit better. I'm so behind with things. I know me and a couple of people are probably the only people still using, you know, the zip, and we don't have like the sprocket or the ivy or the whatever, you know. But I have a Canon printer, and I can print collage on like 4x6 photo paper and have really pretty pictures turn out. And I've got a Canon selfie, but it's the first one that came out. I bought it used, and I can't get it to work anymore. And when they redid my router, now I can't get it to work. So I don't know. I've actually thought about investing in another Canon selfie for here, and then just keeping this until it breaks, until I can't use it anymore, and then getting an HP sprocket once this won't work. But I like the prettier pictures. If I were going to invest $100, I think I'd get the selfie before I'd get the sprocket. I still have selfie ink, and I still have selfie film photo paper stuff. So yeah. Oh, my allergies. Cutting grass. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Benadryl, and then it's going to make me sleepy. So y'all might have me for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to get off of here and put on pajamas and Because Benadryl will knock me out. And I'm not going to sit here and cough for like all night. Mary Artist sells them. Jess has a video too. Sells what? The Daniel Smith or... the 24 color 10 palette. Is that what you're talking about? So does anybody have any questions? Okay, I will look. And I'm going to add a few things to my Amazon wish list. What was that one thing I said I needed to add to my Amazon? Let me get my bullet journal. I should have wrote that down. Because I was talking about it and I never did add it. What in the world was it I said? I might have to rewatch the video so I know what I was supposed to put on my wish list. Oh, Cindy Gwynthart Baldo's book. See, that's what I'm talking about. Add Cindy B's book to wish list. Check out 24 count Daniel Smith palette. Okay. You have her book and love it? Oh yeah. I love me some Cindy. Alright, y'all. I'm out of here. I hope that you've enjoyed this and that, you know, I'm going to try to do another one during the day. That might happen Friday or Saturday. So, it's so tiny and cute. I'm going to have to check it out. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all. Have a great one.